In the third step, we're going to take from this historical daily table the value of this data field adjusted close at the current row. Okay, so because in the second step we already took this earnings per share in the year prior to the current quarter. Okay, we call that EPS last year. So now we have both the price related to the current row and the earnings related to the year prior to the current quarter. So the last step, we're going to just divide the price by the earnings last year. So here we use this if function because there's a possibility that the second step may return a blank value or a missing value. Okay, so this E may be empty, for example. Okay, so in that case, if E is a blank value, so I'm using this ISBLANK function. Okay, so if E is a blank value, then this function will return a value of 1. In that case, this P ratio will just again take a blank value. So this blank function means it's gonna return a blank value. Okay. However, if this E turns out to be not a blank value, then we're just going to take this ratio, P divided by E. All right. So I call this PE. I use this variable PE to store this value. And eventually we're going to return this variable PE as the final output of this definition. So let's recap what this P ratio column is doing. The first step, we use the index function. Based on the current row context, we know what is the current stock, what is current date. So we can retrieve for the current stock the last trading day in the current quarter. And the second step, based on the current stock and the last trading day of this stock's current quarter, we can retrieve the earnings per share in the last year prior to the current quarter. And in the third step, we'll retrieve the price of this current stock at the current date. And lastly, in the fourth step, we divide the price by the earnings per share last year. And this is what we call the trailing PE ratio. So we define this PE column in this way.